This is just a sample of the audiobook. To get the complete audiobook, access the link posted in the first comment.
In whatever manner, and by whatever means, a mode of knowledge may relate to objects, intuition is that through which it is in immediate relation to them, and from which all thought gains its material. But intuition takes place only insofar as the object is given to us. This again is only possible, to man at least, insofar as the mind is affected in a certain way. The capacity, receptivity, for receiving representations through the mode in which we are affected by objects is entitled sensibility. Objects are given to us by means of sensibility, and it alone yields us intuitions. They are thought through the understanding, and from the understanding arise concepts. But all thought must, directly or indirectly, by way of certain characters, relate ultimately to intuitions, and therefore with us to sensibility, because in no other way can an object be given to us. The effect of an object upon the faculty of representation, so far as we are affected by it, is sensation. That intuition which is in relation to the object through sensation is entitled empirical. The undetermined object of an empirical intuition is entitled appearance. That in the appearance which corresponds to sensation I term its matter, but that which so determines the manifold of appearance that it allows of being ordered in certain relations I term the form of appearance. That in which alone the sensations can be posited and ordered in a certain form cannot itself be sensation, and therefore, while the matter of all appearance is given to us a posteriori only, its form must lie ready for the sensations a priori in the mind, and so must allow of being considered apart from all sensation. I term all representations pure, in the transcendental sense, in which there is nothing that belongs to sensation. The pure form of sensible intuitions in general, in which all the manifold of intuition is intuited in certain relations, must be found in the mind a priori. This pure form of sensibility may also itself be called pure intuition. If then I take away from the representation of a body that which the understanding thinks in regard to it, substance, force, divisibility, etc., and likewise what belongs to sensation, impenetrability, hardness, colour, etc., something still remains over from this empirical intuition, namely extension and figure. These belong to pure intuition, which, even without any actual object of the senses or of sensation, exists in the mind a priori as a mere form of sensibility. The science of all principles of a priori sensibility I call transcendental aesthetic. Footnote. The Germans are the only people who currently make use of the word aesthetic in order to signify what others call the critique of taste. This usage originated in the abortive attempt made by Baumgarten, that admirable analytical thinker, to bring the critical treatment of the beautiful under rational principles, and so to raise its rules to the rank of a science. But such endeavours are fruitless. The said rules or criteria are, as regards their chief sources, merely empirical, and consequently can never serve as determinate a priori laws by which our judgment of taste must be directed. On the contrary, our judgment is the proper test of the correctness of the rules. For this reason, it is advisable either to give up using the name in this sense of critique of taste, and to reserve it for that doctrine of sensibility which is true science, thus approximating to the language and sense of the ancients in their far-famed division of knowledge into the sensible and the intelligible, or else to share the name with speculative philosophy, employing it partly in the transcendental and partly in the psychological sense. End of footnote. There must be such a science, forming the first part of the transcendental doctrine of elements, in distinction from that part which deals with the principles of pure thought and which is called transcendental logic. In the transcendental aesthetic, we shall therefore first isolate sensibility by taking away from it everything which the understanding thinks through its concepts, so that nothing may be left save empirical intuition. Secondly, we shall also separate off from it everything which belongs to sensation, so that nothing may remain save pure intuition and the mere form of appearances, which is all that sensibility can apply a priori. In the course of this investigation, it will be found that there are two pure forms of sensible intuition, serving as principles of a priori knowledge, namely space and time. To the consideration of these we shall now proceed.